What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skull the Hero Slayer. And today I'd like to do a run request. Very much so. Let's have a look through my run requests and see if I can find anything that I can start with. Magic, Freeze, and Stun with Frost Skull from Ignacio Felix. We can maybe try and start with that, actually. I can try and get that off the grounds. Let's start with Frost and Minotaur. It's going to be hard to do something like this because it's a dual status run. So I might end up abandoning it halfway through. But I can certainly try. Did I pass Minotaur? No, there he is right there. Bludgeon. Actually, I need to reset and start for Bludgeon. I should have led with picking Minotaur, because he's the one that has a status that I might not get. Thankfully, it's one ability, which I can just reset for over and over. It's not a big deal. I can get it fairly easily, I think, without too many problems. Stomp's the one we don't want. Like, that's the only Minotaur ability I truly do not like. So, of course, it's going to show up a bunch of times. Just would truly like to see Bludgeon, please, game. There we go. And any Frost ability is fine with me. Glacial Charge is a fine one. I'm going to start with Physical, actually, because Minotaur is stronger than Frost. So if we want the early game to go well, actually there's an argument to be made about with Minotaur being as strong as he is, building into the Glacier or the Frost Skull would be stronger to start with. But frankly, they're both going to be fine here at the start. This will be like the easiest Act 1 Part 1 ever, I think. I'm predicting. Just because of how powerful these guys are. For a second, I thought that was Slime. I was about to be very happy. I mean, I'm still happy with the remaining... Well, actually, I'm not happy with the remaining one. Unless this is a Skull Room, which I don't think it is. So I'm not going to let him out, I don't think. Nice. Yeah, I'm leaving him in there. It's not worth letting him out in the early game because you could see him later and get more bone shards from him. And the odds of him giving you a common here at the start are very high. However, that's very nice to see. We have 800 gold. I think we can get this pretty easily, especially with these two skulls we have. This ought to be a very cheap legendary. Yeah, that is a good legendary. Well, okay. Should have... Crown of Thorns is fine, but is it good legendary? It was a good price legendary, though, so... That's what I meant. I'm going to take a Skull Room. Because I'd like to get one of these two unique very quickly. Probably Minotaur. Because you guys know me. Or if you don't know me, what's up, I'm Haxa. I love the Minotaur Skull. I think he's very good. Very underrated. The only thing I agree with people and can, like, kind of understand why some people don't like him is because he's so fucking big. Which is a problem. But, if you know what you're doing with him, you can get through it. And trust me, it's worth it with Minotaur. He's, like, super, super powerful. Okay, that's a Dark Paladin. Very early Dark Paladin at that. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the Frost Skull for this. Sorry, Ignacio. Go with the flow of the RNG. Also, you've got to be joking me. I think I'm going to stick with the Dark Paladin, frankly. Dark Paladin is an exciting skull to get this early. I love him. One of my favorite skulls in the whole game. I could swap Minotaur out for a Samurai, but I don't see the synergy between these two. Whereas I could build something with this. I could not build something between, or at least something coherent. Or I guess I could, I don't know. Let me think about it as I look through these items. Let's buy treasure. And we're spent. Well, sorry. I guess I could sell the legendary. I do have a run request for this guy. It's from Dazed Slump God from my Discord server. Strike plus Miracle Grow, run with Samurai, which is so hard to do. Oh my god, that's so hard to do. But fuck it, let's get ourselves on the path. I'll do that for Dazed Slump God from the Discord. Shoutouts. Thank you for being on my Discord server. Appreciate you. See if we can get this going. And it's certainly more interesting than the... As much as I like the Minotaur, like, it's more rare to see a Samurai. And maybe I could tread new ground, a run archetype I've never considered, where I somehow make the Dark Paladin and the Samurai, like, coherent. In one way or another, maybe it's possible. I just don't see the inherent built-in, like, even anti-synergy. They're very different play styles. Unlike Minotaur. Wow, these all kind of... I guess I'll take this Kobold for money generation. Not my ideal, but I'll still just live with it. Another thing I didn't like doing in there is getting rid of a rare for a, you know, instead of like doing it with a unique, or I mean a common. That would have been ideal, but it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. I'm a fan of the Samurai for anyone who's curious. I think he's a fun skull. But I do think people play him incorrectly. I think a lot of people will hold on to their one-shots for bosses, but that's not how you're supposed to play this guy. One-shots on bosses are just like style points, really. Try and use your single slash consistently. And if you have a full moon slash and you're in a particularly scary room, don't be afraid to use it in the room. That's my biggest advice for people when it comes to playing the Samurai. Never hold on to your full moon slash if you're like super far away from a boss and you're worried about your run dying on the way to the boss. Just use your full moon slash. You'll ideally get your full moon slash back before the boss fight anyways. Which I've been guilty of doing this too, for the record. I think in my last Samurai vid I did this. Oh, and a piece of advice I can give you for Dark Paladin is use the power of Mana Cycle to make your animation speeds faster. Especially with how powerful Mana Cycle is now. It's so insanely powerful these days that there's really no downside to holding Mana Cycle. It's just good. Let's look for Lunar Ring, maybe. I think I want this. I'm going to go to the Legendary, I think. Oh, God, am I, though? I really want this. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take it. You can't stop me. Like, it's like the beacon was calling to me. Like, what could I do? I needed the Fulgent Dawn. Also, let's grab another Carleon item. Look at this, actually. We're getting 100 and some gold, because this also gives 15%. So what's 15% of... Okay, so we're getting an extra... Actually, I'm not going to do the math. I'm not going to do the math. Just, I don't know. You guys in the comments can figure out how much money you get per room if you have 4 Carleon items and 15% extra gold. Like, the math isn't even hard. My brain doesn't want to do it. Keep in mind, I just came off a live stream. And whenever I do it... Why am I making excuses? You guys know I wouldn't do the math even if I was fully there in my brain. I just don't like math. I talk about this all the time. Math stinks. P.U. What are you, a nerd? Shouts to the mathematicians in my audience. You guys are awesome. I'm just too stupid, okay? It's a me thing. I've never liked math. Never. Nice. Okay, I don't like that. Okay, I need to stop slumping in my chair. I need to sit up like a true gamer and hunch my back. Lean in real close, get like blind, some kind of eye disease that's going to make me blind by the time I'm 40 from sitting in front of the screen too long. And just game. Game out my mind. Okay, we don't want nothing to do with the common. Not bad. Not a bad Act 1, Part 1. Halfway to Fulgent Dawn. Very interesting. 2 uniques, natural uniques in Act 1. That's not common for the record. That's pretty rare. Feeling good. Also, we have lots of time to farm Kobold off this Yugi. No omens either to hold me back. You can't stop me. How much is our crit? 28? That's not horrible, actually. Our Crown of Thorns is doing stuff sometimes, which is about as much as you can ask for, honestly. Not a bad phase 1 Yigi. Could be worse. I'm glad he didn't ult there. That's just time wasting, honestly. Especially phase 2 ult, which is just truly, truly awful to endure. I feel bad for anyone who has to sit through the phase 1 Yigi ult, or the phase 2 Yigi ult. It takes forever. Here it comes. Oh, shoutouts to a Discord user as well named Flare, who asked me how to dodge that attack. She said she struggles with it. If you see this video, hopefully you can figure out my rhythm game pattern there that I just did by watching it a few times. But you can stand on his platforms here when he's using that attack. And if you do that, you have plenty of time to, if you do a certain rhythm, you can dodge his ground pounds very easily. And I do it in every single video that I do dodge that attack. So if you see this, hopefully you figure it out, because it can genuinely be pretty tough to figure stuff like that out. Okay, there's some solid options here. If we want to lean into the crit, we can take the Blacksteel Daggers. If we want to lean into damage, especially a mixed damage build, we can take Master Fighter and even Succubus over here, which is pretty nice. I'm kind of looking at these Blacksteel Daggers, especially with the run request that's kind of looming over me on this run. If I can get Strike with Miracle Grail with Samurai, which is a very tough run request to do. Let's get rid of this. We don't need that with the Blacksteel Daggers. Now our Crown of Thorns is actually going to be popping off pretty regularly, which is nice. OCD. Oh my god, I do not want to lose this run. OCD is horrifying. I'm actually not going to take it. OCD, the earlier you see it, the worse it is. Like, it is not by any stretch a free curse. It's a very scary curse. Against the Dark Hero, however, now you're kind of getting the free territory. But even then, like, the Dark Hero can do a lot of damage to you with it. But like I said, the earlier you see it, the worse it is. And if you see it too early, I would highly avoid taking it, if I were you. Trying to help you out here. And the thing is about me, my like kind of gung-ho swap if I'm in trouble strategy even like favors OCD gameplay, and even I end up taking a bunch of damage from OCD. Like, if you're a very careful player and you run away from fights if you feel like you're in danger, you 1000% should not take OCD at all. Only bozo players like myself can even consider it, and even then it's, good lord, so terrifying. We need more crit items. I'm starting to think this could be a pretty good crit item build. We'll see. Obviously, if we see Invisible Knife, we take Invisible Knife. Without a shred of doubt. Okay, that was needlessly dangerous. Never play like that. Pro tip, don't do that shit. There was no reason for me to do that, and I did it anyway, because I'm a fucking bozo, I suppose. Okay, that's crit. And that's actually a really good crit. We're using our abilities enough to justify this. And it's also Mana Tech, which we need. Remember what I said. Mana Tech is really good here. So let's see if we can find it. Also, solid option for offensive wheel. But I think we're heading in a different direction. So let's not get too crazy here. That's not Misfortune I'm looking for. Frankly, I'm looking for pretty much very specific things. Like, I don't know, this. That's not crit, but it's good. Probably too hard to hold on to Courage and Wisdom like this. We do have a Speed Skull. But the jump from, yeah, it's like from 25% to 75%. It's such an enormous difference that it kind of makes it hard for me to want to take one Speed Skull invested bonus swiftness. Okay, hang on a second. Guys, did you see that? I don't know if that mattered for the record, but that was like Omega Giga Pro strats, okay? That's why you guys are here. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to toot my own horn. That's why the people come back. That's why you guys keep watching. It's shit like that. Because did it matter? I don't know. But if it did, it could have mattered. And if it mattered, that was wild. That's like the kind of shit that is like, God damn, Haxa, you shouldn't have. But also, let's not forget the min-max. Get the extra money by holding an item with % gold gain on it. And destroy the items you want to leave on the ground if you're going to leave this behind. And then destroy them and then drop it. That was a little convoluted, but hopefully you guys caught what I was saying there. Rapidity is probably pretty good here. What's my mana tech? 1. I need to save one of these pedestals for mana tech, so maybe I don't buy arms. Not yet. Because I might end up getting arms naturally. Like, it's very important that my pedestals, one of them has to have mana tech on it, and I don't know what I want the other one to be. So I need to be a little careful and selective with what I'm doing here. Come on, man. Stop that. You know you don't want to do this shit, okay? Just go ahead and use a single slash there without any thought behind it. Actually, the thought behind it was avoiding damage, but, you know. I'm going to pretend like there wasn't any thought behind it, because I like self-deprecating humor. And I am a humongous idiot, so. Actually, one thing I will say, yo, I might be a dumbass, which I am, for the record. But one thing I do think a lot about is Skull the Hero Slayer. Thankfully, I've been able to turn this into a monetizable thing, or else my stupidity would literally be fruitless. There would be zero ability to turn my hyperfixation on Skull the Hero Slayer into anything useful. Thank you guys. By the way, we're almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is crazy to me. Like, it's actually genuinely awesome. Pretty much 1 year into my YouTubing too. Like, almost exactly. Like, I started uploading YouTube videos back in, like, I think April of 2022, but it didn't really hold any, like, nothing happened until June when they released 1.5, and that was in June of 2022, early June, so we're almost a year in. And I think when 1.5 dropped, I had I think like 40 or 50 subscribers, if even that, maybe even like still in the 30s. So that's why I consider that the beginning of my YouTube like journey, I suppose. That's a much better word than career. Career's kind of cringy. Oh god, please. Oh god, please. Okay, why am I... We need mana tech, guys. It's very important that we have that so we don't get caught in situations like that anymore, which are very common on Dark Paladin. You have to be so careful with his abilities, which, by the way, is how you build his passive up, so it's like, you have to have a way around that. Arachnoscaling works, but Mana Cycle is a way to get there easier, and also you can combine Arachnoscaling on the Shrine also with Mana Cycle. And since Mana Cycle is now a good inscription, there's really no reason not to. God damn it, Berserker. Are you goddamn serious? Sorry, but I'm taking this. How long have I been waiting for a Berserker run? It's been so long. And for the record, we can still build a Berserker run in the direction we're going, and it'd be very good. Legendary Berserker is a bit of a unique power skull in that he's like a basic attacker at the end of the day. Here comes a tornado. I heard it coming. I heard that shit. You can't stop me. I wasn't reading the prefix, but I heard it, so it doesn't matter. Also, Bone Scream at Unique is like such a useful and interesting ability. I used to make fun of people who would say that there's like considerations for Unique Berserker, but I don't do that anymore. For one, because I was being an asshole. And I don't do that anymore. But also, like, I don't know, there really are considerations for it, especially in the Dark Mirror. Things have changed a lot since the old days. But also, making fun of people is just not a good thing to do. Even if I'm doing it not to be an asshole, which, by the way, I wasn't trying to be an asshole. I'm sure it could be taken the wrong way, so. You know, it's better to be on the safe side and not do stuff like that. Okay, we're seeing so many uniques here, it's kind of insane. Also, that's Orc. That's Baja Blast. Okay, this is the time for the Lunar Ring, or Invisible Knife, or this, or Stone of the Air in Act 1, or Act 2, before the Liana Sisters fight. That's pretty solid. However, how do I fit it? I have Artifact 3, right? That can easily go. Okay, there's a Lunar Ring. Perfect. Now we have Artifact 3 again. Which means I can get Artifact 4, maybe. Boop! And now, I either buy food or I buy a pedestal. Food. And you know what? Orc gets 0 consideration from me. 0.0. Not a fan. If anyone who's watched me for a long time, you know, I've talked about it plenty. For the record, it's a very good quintessence. It's the best quintessence in the game. I just don't like it for personal reasons. Because in the past, I feel like, and even still to this day, really, I don't read the Skull, like, Reddit or Discord as much as I used to. But back in the day, it kind of clouded people's judgment on quintessences because it's like so above and beyond powerful than any other quintessence. People would look at other actual good quintessences and say they're bad just because they're not Orc. Like, people would only give consideration to stat gain quints, and I don't like that. I don't think it's like that anymore, though. Or at least it doesn't seem to be that way anymore. I feel like people have kind of opened their minds up a bit. Which is good, but still don't like Orc. What is hitting me? Was there... I don't know. For a second I thought maybe I was... Oh, come on, a common? Look at this shit. Why does this always happen to me? Makes me wish I got Treasure 4. There was no real easy way to get to it, but... we could have maybe tried harder. Could have been nice. Anyways, it's Leon time. I'm slumping in my chair. God, I'm so just tired. It's been a long day. Gotta be careful. Okay, let's remember we're fighting the Longhair sister. Very important to remember that. So we can do this the right way. Okay, we got them with Fulgent. That's nice. All right, so Longhair sister's getting a little low, so let's be a little cautious about hitting her. She didn't get low enough though, but we can always not kill this sister here and take this to another round, which is likely what I'm gonna do. But I want to do more damage than what I've done. Okay, now we leave her alone. Because we also have Fulgent Dawn, which is halfway to... Oh god, we also have Artifact. Please don't kill her. Get off the battlefield. Oh god, here comes the Artifact Meteor. Go! Oh my god. Why did I do that? I don't know. That was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. Well, now we got to fight full HP phase 2, which is very, very bad. We don't have any, like, safety for some of the scary, dumb shit that they're capable of doing. Just respect! Okay, here comes bullshit number 1. Look at that. It's bullshit. It's like really bad too. That was like a really, really, really bad pattern. Bullshit as well. God, there's so many annoying attacks that these two have. Oh my god, please just let me out. Okay, that's good. Let's see if we can't farm her for Kobold. Fulgent got her. Not Kobold. It was close, but no cigar. Oh well. Not a big deal. Like, I never expect to be able to farm them for anything because they're just so terrifying. What is in the box? Trash, as always. Why is their chest always horrible? I swear to God. At this point, I'm being trolled. Well, we find a unique and we break it. Good fucking lord. Game. I don't even know what to say to you. Frankly, I'm just disappointed. OCD again. Well, let's find crit items. OCD is trying its best to worm its way into my good graces. Show up in Act 4. Show up in Act 4 and we'll talk, okay? Now ain't the time. You are banished from my runs. Please, bro. No shot. Get away from me. Ugh. Thanks for the gold vein, bozo. Don't forget there's a Frieza in this room. I want everyone to always remember that. Haha! I think I got him with... I don't know if I got them with the tackle dash or if I got him with the Kobold. I'm pretty sure I got him with the tackle dash, though. Okay, good. One little projectile. That's not so bad. Oh, there's a Disaster Dark Elite there, though. That's going to be annoying to deal with. While we're on the run from one of these missiles. Good. Thank you, Fulgent Dawn. You know, in Act 3, Fulgent Dawn can be a bit of a curse. Like, it actually can hurt you because of how it can awaken some of those alchemist dudes. Thankfully, there's no alchemist dudes just yet. That can happen on, that is. This is still kind of mixed. But frankly, I just need to find Invisible Knife. Or Gunpowder Sword. One or the other. Mane of the Beast King? Come on, man. Stop showing me some of my favorite items. This is good. Artifact. 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 Wait. Artifact? 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 Art. Oh, artifact. Well, I don't know, actually. Maybe that's not as good as I think. I feel like I'm swapping a lot. 1380. Let's buy a pedestal. Rapidity? Yeah, I'm gonna buy rapidity. I'll buy it, but I also need Manatech. God, I need Manatech. Manatech is so important. It's also very important on Berserker because he has such long animations. I'll leave you to it down there, buddy. Little buster. Slugger, even. Champ. Any kind of demeaning, like, childish name you can call someone. That's what I'm calling the little temper tantrum bozo. Who is, by the way, dead. He paid for his sins. Throwing a little baby tantrum is never the way to go. Little swap cheese there for you. Oh my gosh. Well. Get out of here. Show up earlier, bro. For the record, with the buff that he got recently, it's actually perfectly viable to take him from this point in the run. And, like, have, like, easy access to the high tier abilities. You can do it. I'm just not. I'm choosing not to. Okay, that was a little rough. Don't like what just happened to me there. Okay, there's a missile coming. We're leaving. It's adventurer time. Which I'm fine with. Also, look at our bone shards. Holy hell. Okay, let's watch out for... Okay, there he is. Where the hell did she go? Oh. BM much, lady? Is she dead? No. Okay, now they're dead. Both dead to Fulgent Dawn. Holy Mother of God. Also, here he comes. That was a really good fight. I'll be taking some legendaries now. I guess not. I'm lying. Yeah, I'm lying. I'm coping, you could say. That is not enough, sadly, to get both the legendary. Still gonna take it. 3 off. First things first. Dark Paladin goes first. It's not as impactful of an upgrade, but Devil Berserker is kind of scary. All things said and done. Very powerful, but with a cost. The cost being his HP that he has to give up to do the things he does. And also, I quite like the power that Bone Scream is giving me. Genuinely useful on Dark Paladin. If you haven't noticed, it's making my animation speeds much quicker. And we need that. Okay, let's see if we can't Kobold from this. Never mind, he just died instantly. I actually can't believe how quickly he died to just a tackle dash. We're not even that powerful, for the record. This run is on the weak side. We don't have crit items yet to really bolster our, like, strengths that we have. The only crit item we have is Crown of Thorns, and it's probably the worst one. Alright. Is this shop? It should be. Yes, it is. Come on, man. Where the hell is Invisible Knife? It's a rare. It shouldn't be that hard to find it. Okay, well, I can't turn my nose up at this. That'd be silly, okay? Maybe this goes, man. Its Misfortune is the only thing I don't like. But I'm getting rid of it, frankly. It's gone. Now we don't have Rapidity on the slot. We need Mana Tech. Maybe we take... Can't be right. I saved my money, though. Or I buy Wraith. No, I'm going to save my money. I still want crit items. If I can just get Invisible Knife or Gunpowder Sword. Which isn't asking for a lot. Little baby tantrum comes. He's at it again. Look at him. Let's stand over here and let him throw his little baby tantrum. No big deal. Just a little baby tantrum happening. Oh my god. How many times did that hit me? More than once. Which is more than it needs to hit you. We can always scale our Arachna Shrine and forget Mana Tech, actually. I mean, I want both of them, but if I can't get both of them, it is what it is. Could always buy Misfortune on that slot, which we don't have crit items right now to build towards, but we do have the Ceremonial Dagger, which is still nice to have high crit rate for, so we can have consistent extra 55 damage percent. We lost quite a bit of our HP during that segment. I don't like that. this is kind of scary Chimera health, especially with where our run is. It's not very powerful. Certainly could be better. Could be worse, but it could be better. If we had Devil Berserker, I feel like this would be easier. So now I'm kind of regretting not building my Devil Berserker first, because Devil Berserker is enormously powerful. To a point that's kind of ridiculous, honestly. For anyone who's wondering, I know I've talked a lot about Unique Berserker and the way it's good and usable, but when it comes to who's stronger between Unique Berserker or Legendary Berserker still wins, and it's by a lot. Which is why I used to be so adamant about there not being any conversation to be had there, which was stupid of me. There is definitely a conversation, but the conclusive winner of who is better is still Devil Berserker by a lot. Devil Berserker is one of the strongest skills in the whole game. But I have to be cautious here. I just want out of here before she does her second jump. Usually one of my big indicators for if a run is going well or not is if Chimera gets to jump twice during the fight. And it's looking like she's gonna, yeah, she's getting 2 jumps. Just barely, but it's still not great. We need a bit of extra oomph, which we have ways of getting there. We have some stuff on the way. Wow. What a hodgepodge. We could have gone the crit or the strike route. Though it would have severely hindered my run up to this point, so maybe we couldn't have. Could go Manatech Prism. It's a little hard to fit it. It's not very synergistic to what I'm currently trying to do. But I could always also get rid of this. What's my crit? 30? Get rid of that. Have Manatech 1 still. This is also a path to Manatech 3, if I decide to take it, but... I think I'm going to get off the Manatech 3 path and just take this. Multi-dimensional Prism is a very good item now, for the record. Good lord. Boop! Do I sell this? Yeah, I do. Bye-bye! There we go. Now we're talking, alright? Now we're kind of starting to cook a little bit. Now there's damage on this build. There's damage in their build. I don't know. I was trying to do a prospector. I've been playing too much Red Dead Redemption. Excuse me. Oh, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to do this. Okay, it's all good from here. We got plenty of time to scale our Arachna Shrines. Plenty of time indeed. I'm probably gonna have to take a break in the video when we get to the shop. But it'll be the boop method as per usual. Whenever I need to take a break in real life to stop recording, we do the boop method, which just means after the boop, the video will continue, and then it's like instantaneous for you guys. I don't even know why I announce it. I guess it's just habit at this point. Like if I were to just take the break and make the cut and act like I never did anything, you guys would never notice. Or at least if you did notice, it would be very subtle. But I like talking about it, and I like the boop method. It's fun for me. You want to fight about it? Holds up fists. Like a fisticuffs style. I'm ready to box like a 1920s boxer. I'm mashing over here. Okay, mashing against a Demon Hunter probably ain't smart. Get into the void. Oh, not me though. That was exclusively for you. Beautiful. Alright. We still need lots and lots of bone shards. Alright, it's Devil Berserker time. Nice. Okay, let's not forget that the treasure chest is down there, or else my audience will say I'm missing treasure chests. You missed one, bro. Hacksaw. You missed one treasure chest, dude. We thought you learned your lesson, old man. But just turns out, maybe in your old age, you've become weak. -1. Anyways, it's boop time. Y'all know the drill, or I guess you probably know the drill if you're familiar with my content, at least. If you're new here, what's up? I'm Haxa. I gotta take a break in real life, but I'll be right back after the boop. You won't even notice it. Boop! Alright, we're back. Just like that. Actually, I can't even say that. It's been a very long time since I've seen what I was even doing on this build. I have been missing in action for a while. Apologies for not having a video yesterday. I planned to, but the time just got away from me, and I slept in real late yesterday, so I didn't have time to finish this recording. But I'm doing it now, so hello, what is it? Monday viewers? Sorry that there wasn't a Sunday video, but we're back on Monday. Anyways, I have to remind myself what this run was doing. Basic attack things, it at least seems to be. A little bit of swap action. I think I was looking for Manatech, but I gave up on it. We also seem to have Rapidity and Treasure. Our pedestals are completely broken, essentially. There's not a lot I can buy, though. Let's see if I can find, I don't know, a way to maybe use Manatech 3. What would I get rid of for that, I guess, is the question I need to ask myself. I guess it's a note, I'll know it when I see it kind of thing. And also, I remember... Oh, wait, we have Mutant 2. We can buy Mutant 3. Okay, that's something we can buy. Let's buy that. Ditch this. There we go. Also buy the Purple Flurp, so we have even more consistent swaps. And I think we can actually just call that the shop. Seems pretty solid. I'll buy some food. Are we past the adventures? I can't remember. This is the problem with leaving and coming back. Especially when you're gone for so long. Okay. We're don't appear to be past the adventurers. Also, it does not appear that I've scaled my Arachnus Shrine very high yet. Because I am still very slow with my attacks. On my Dark Paladin. We need to get our attack speed up. So we can get our casting speed up, because for the record, it affects both stats. Casting speed and like just attack speed in general are tied together, so always important to remember. I had someone in my Discord server saying that some people don't know that, but that is how it works. So just remember that. Though casting speed's still an important stat, I would say you could really just do well to have both. Take an item room. Not really, actually, I guess it doesn't really matter, because we're just gonna do this, which also means I wasted my Devil Berserker. Kind of sad, but it is what it is. I don't think this is the, there's always a certain pattern that when I see it, I know I'm close to finishing the puzzle. That was actually not the pattern. I was about to lie and be like, yeah, that was it, but I'll keep it real. That was not the pattern. Maybe sometimes the solution is different, or maybe there's multiple solutions. I don't know. That's not the pattern that I usually notice. This could be good. What's my rapidity? Rapidity, and we have rapidity on the pedestal. What's my flat crit? If I only have crit rate for this, I actually don't think I need the Blacksteel daggers more than I need something like this. So I think I'll actually get rid of the Blacksteel daggers. Kind of gets rid of some build paths, but honestly, Pain and Despair is just better in this build, I think, because we're not really doing crit stuff that much. 30% will be enough consistency on the ceremonial daggers to, I think, justify it. Let's see how quickly we can kill her with Devil Berserker, who is frankly just an absurd skull. Let's not get carried away, though. Always take the archer seriously. She's a menace. She can definitely end your good, like, no matter how good and powerful your run is, she can end it. Let's be someone easier to dodge with here. Berserker Leap saving my ass there. Unfortunately, missed with most of that. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't even notice it up there. That went fine, honestly. Most average archer fight. Like, straight up. It doesn't get much better. Oh, wait. I want Killivan, maybe. In fact, I do want Killivan. Yeah, we definitely need to get this up. This will make my Dark Paladin way, way better. And frankly, also my Berserker. And Killivan's going to help as well. Killivan has extreme low cooldown. Which is pretty nice. However, it's not nice when you miss. I don't remember to let the red coat person. Also, this is one of the only areas in the entire game in Act 4, I should say. But this is one of the best farming spots for Evil Sword Kyrian in the entire game, because this person can't die and they summon enemies. At least I think. Are they going to summon anything? Maybe they won't start summoning until I unbubble them, which is like, this person's just defenseless. Like, this is... I guess I've been lying to people this whole time. This isn't one of the best farming spots in the game. It's just a defenseless enemy who does literally nothing. Okay, I'm gonna let you out. How trolly, man. Could you spawn something now? What are you doing? Are you... Maybe they're broken? Something ain't right here. I don't even know what just happened. That was odd. I've never seen that happen to those enemies. I have seen enemies deactivate in Skull before, though, so it's not unprecedented. Okay, let's see our dupe slots here. I can't remember if I went into an item room here. Knowing me, I didn't. Like, gonna keep it a buck with you. More often than not, I don't take item rooms. I generally take money rooms if I'm taking a non-skull room. But maybe I just fumbled into one. Nope. Did not do it. That's unfortunate. So now we have to deal with this. 259. Honestly, those are all fine. What do you got for me today, Slime? It can be anything, but those are the most likely ones, I believe. Well, that was a 9. And that's Manatech, actually. Mutant and Manatech. I can switch my pedestal from Mutant 3 to Manatech 3. And still have Mutant 3. Maybe we don't need the Pain and Despair. I think I'd rather have Manatech and just not worry about Rapidity. Sorry, Pain and Despair fans. I mean, I think that's the best choice. Let's have another look. We get to keep Rapidity too. We get Manatech 3. Now our swaps are insane. Our swaps are actually ridiculous. Oh my heavens. Holy mother of God. Alright. Sure. I'm so glad they buffed Multidimensional Prism. It can now be among my favorite items in the game again. For a long time, back in normal mode, it actually was my favorite item in the game. And then when Dark Mirror came out and it kind of fell off a cliff in terms of usability, I had to like drop my love of it because I never took it anymore. So it's like, who am I kidding? I very clearly do not love this item as much as I used to. But nowadays, now that it's good again, I can return back to my love. My true passion, taking Multidimensional Prism. Hopefully we're almost to the shop, because we are taking it here. Things are not looking super hot for me. Berserker Leap. We indeed are. Alright, so let's fix this. Oh yeah, we want to fix this one. I probably passed it. Nope, it's right there. Or that does not mean I didn't pass it. I probably did pass it, but who cares? I'll take the max HP, and we'll consider that a done deal. It's skull rooms are bust from here, but now look at our casting speed. This is what it's all about. Now we get through our animations real quick there, which is very important in Skull. Very, very important. Which is why, for the record, I think Manatech is now a top-tier inscription. It's pretty useful on most builds. Oh, I need to let them summon their friends. Oh, no. I forgot. Well, that's not good. It's going to be hard to finish that off. I mean, I think we still got it, but it would have been nice to have it before Joan. But I don't think we would have gotten that regardless, honestly. This is 3 extra enemies. I should do this anyway, even though Coward's Cape is, like, just absolutely worthless. Let's just swap in the middle of the arena and see if we can just kill everything with that. Yeah, that's how you do it. Was that 3 extra enemies? I wasn't actually looking. I mean, it was... Oh, it was free regardless. Man. Oh my god, we might not get this. Okay, I gotta farm a little bit during this Joan fight. We're in danger of not getting this. Also, I need to remember I have ambition. There's a good chance I don't take any curses or dark abilities here. Look at our stats. This could be a... Actually, is this... It is mixed. Yeah, we're doing a mixed damage run. Though we don't really have the characteristics I normally would like to have, where it's like invisible knife and stuff like that. But that's not a big deal. We're using a magic and a physical skull together. I guess that's more than enough. Alright, time to farm a bit. Probably shouldn't beat the shit out of that too awful much, so I can safely run from one side of the map to the other and kill enemies without having to worry about accidentally killing one of the pedestals. But this one's undamaged, so we can pretty safely attack this. Let me move! Okay, that's what we like to see. Go ahead and bubble. God, when you want her to bubble something, she will never bubble it. Any other day of the week, any other time, she's just bubbling everything constantly. Joan Cooperate Challenge, impossible difficulty. She never will. Okay, we're at 200. I think we still need to get like at least... Oh, come on, please. I think we still need to get at least like 25 to get this. Please. Please! No! Okay, just stay away from the pedestal over there and stay over here and see if we can't get these. It's gonna suck if the difference between me getting the evil sword and not is my mistakes with not letting the red guys summon their friends. Because that might very well be what happens here if I'm not careful. I'm gonna at least go to 225. Okay, this sucks. However, we do have the evil sword to help. Not bad. Oh, heavens. Okay, 226. I think we can go now. I should probably at least go a little bit more. Okay, we're also getting... We're literally just healing from this. I think I'll go to 250. I think we're there for the record, because I know there's a lot of statues. It just, for one, stinks that I haven't gotten to use my evil sword in the entire run. But, probably on me. Though, to be fair to myself, I did stop playing this run for like a whole 24 hours. Which is not something I do very often. So I completely got out of the rhythm that I was on when I was playing yesterday. It's all good, though. I think we're fine, guys. When we get to 250, I'll kill it. Game might kill... Yeah, okay, the game did it for me. It actually did it perfectly. The pedestal was the 250th kill. That's pretty funny. I didn't do that intentionally. I should have just taken credit and be like, yeah, it was perfectly calculated, but no. Always keep it real. Okay, I gotta make the most out of my Devil Berserker. Yes, we didn't make the most out of the Devil Berserker, but the game wasn't letting me. Sometimes Joan... Actually, what am I saying? Joan never cooperates. It's her specialty. She's like the least cooperative human being to ever be born. She's actually in the Guinness Book of World Records for that. Okay. That's, at least the ult's out of the way. That's always the scary part. As you can see, I'm being very, very, very cautious of Joan. Maybe a little too cautious, but, felt necessary. She had slowness on her for some reason. What has slowness of our two skulls? I'm gonna have to do some reading here. figure out what the hell that came from. Doubt it's him. Followed by jumping slash. So it's not on this. The swap doesn't do anything that way. Amplifies magic. I don't see it anywhere. Who can say? But she definitely had it on her. Also, wow. Wow. I don't have courage. What are my pedestals again? Manatech and rapidity. If I buy this, what's my arms? Arms. We actually have very powerful arms items. Like, I couldn't see myself getting rid of either of these. However, I could easily see myself getting rid of this for this. I actually really want the Hope Slasher. We need... God, courage would really bring this run home. What a conundrum. Could get rid of the ring. Then we have no reason to hold on to this, though. I like Artifact 4, but is it necessary? I just don't like the awkward Artifact 3. This is helping me more than I think it is, I think. The attack speed's nice, I suppose. Could get rid of this, honestly, but then the ring isn't... Get out of here. It's 55 magic. When our magic is already crazy. We're fine. Oh. Hey! Aw, man, now I actually kind of regret getting rid of that. But I suppose it's not that big of a deal, because we got an arms proc anyway, so it's fine. But we have Artifact 3, Arms 3, and Hidden Blade at least 1. Or no, we don't have Hidden Blade anymore. That's a lot of stats to get at the very end. Boink! This run's so stupid. What a dumbass run. Dumbass run by a dumbass guy. But it's actually very powerful. I might be a dumbass, but one thing I know what I'm doing in is Skull the Hero Slayer. I sure can build a run. That's for sure. Now give me my evil sword, so we can truly bring this home. I have to remember to fix my pedestals and buy food. Got some pedestals to fix up in this Hubbard. Mother Hubbard, even. Buy courage. Now that's stats. That's what I call stats. Volume of, God, how many episodes is this now? I think I'm like, maybe like 250 or so. Volume 250. The greatest collection of stats in Skull the Hero Slayer you've ever seen. 287. So we were, I could have stopped farming. I was just being safe, basically. My audience probably knows more than me precisely how many enemies there are at the end of the, during the climb to the first hero. I don't know the exact number, so I was just being cautious. But now we're here. Come on. Come on, man. Okay. Alright, game. I see you. I feel you. That's stats. We brought it home. 1K in both. Thanks, Ambition. Thanks, Weapon of Arms. You got my back. All right, let's bring this home. Now look at our cast speed for the record. It's crazy. Which means it's time. We can actually do the multi-press skill, which is normally pretty hard to do. Oh! Not dealing with that. Look how consistent the Dark Paladin abilities become once you just have a little bit of cast speed. There's that slowness again. Almost threw off my OSU. Okay, I know there's still a ball coming after me. Not bad, though. We took more damage than I would have liked, but I'm still not worried for the record. I don't think this run could lose. We still have reassembly, right? Sweats nervously. We still got that shit, right? Right? We do. Thanks, me from yesterday, for, I guess, doing well against the Lyanna sisters. Come down here. You think I'm afraid of you? Dude, you think you're better than me? He does. It's pathetic. I'm the main character. You're just like dear old dad, bro. You're Pops. I did not mean to transform again. Ow. I probably shouldn't even be using my skills, honestly. Also, let's swap a bit. Get Dark Paladin in on this. Though I definitely want to be out as Berserker once he starts to suck. Remember, tackle dashing power skulls can easily escape the Siphon no matter where they are. One of the biggest pieces of advice I can give people. Okay, I'm probably going to lose reassembly. Can you get lost, bro? Take a hike. What a rude meatball. Out of my face. Man, that was a mean hero. Doesn't matter, though. You can't stop me. Who needs reassembly? Not me. Though I would have liked to have it. Anyways, GG's. What a powerful run. Let's send it home. How do I do this, though? How high in the air can my Berserker leap? Pretty high. Let's do that again. Start the Let's Go Home sequence. Let our multi-dimensional prisms pop off. Alright, here we go. No! I wanted to get the multi-dimensional prism in the windscreen. We got the beams, but that's a stinky windscreen. PU! But not a stinky run, GG's. Oh. Okay, I did not mean to do that. What'd I do? Oh. Okay, hang on. Whoops. Not, you know, whatever. It's not a big deal. I can just do it like a post-mortem. That was a hell of a run. Very open world run building, as I always talk about in Skull. You can pretty much do whatever you want, honestly. Like, Skull is such a sandboxy game sometimes. Just building two skulls you would never consider building together casually. Not a big deal. You know, I always just want to bring home... Like, I'm not telling you guys to build mixed build runs, because it can be... Like, this is just from, like... Oh, how many hours do I have now, actually? 1,839, so I'm going to be 1,850 soon. That's a lot of hours, so a lot of experience just kind of knowing Skull, and it takes a while to get there, but just to show my audience that you can really build pretty openly in Skull the Hero Slayer. I've done it with good runs, I've done it with bad runs, like, you know, obviously high rolling the Stone of the Air and the Hope Slasher is pretty good, but I didn't need him. The run was fine before we got Hope Slasher. The run would have been fine without it. You don't have to high roll to build mixed damage, but it does help. But, you know, it is what it is. Just to eventually try and get out of the box that you feel trapped in when it comes to run building and Skull. As I always like to say, and I probably said it somewhere in this episode, just go with the flow of the RNG. Never force a build. Like, don't go into a Skull run being like, I'm going to build this. And, you know, any item that you pass up along the way that's good but doesn't build towards the strategy you want to do, don't pass on that. Take it and go with the flow. Like, whatever the run pushes you in is the way you should go. Like, say you're playing Sword and you're like, this is going to be a bleed run and there's nothing that can stop me. Well, for one, Sword doesn't have to build bleed. You can build a number of things with Sword Skull. So if you're not being offered bleed items, but you're seeing a bunch of other powerful options, just go take those and start building towards a different strategy. It's stuff like that. That's how you get good at Skull the Hero Slayer. And of course, experience, learning enemy attack patterns and stuff. But you'll get there if you just play long enough. I don't know. I like trying to help people and expand their horizons in this game. I think it's important if you're going to be playing this game for a while. I don't know if this game will ever stick with any of you guys the way it stuck with me, 1,800 hours later, and I'm still, loving the shit out of it every single time I boot up Skull. I'm excited. But, you can get a lot of entertainment out of this game. I think it's a very, very interesting game. We're just, coming up with strategies and building them. And it's just so satisfying watching a run come together. It's very enjoyable for me, no matter how many times I do it. With all that said, though, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. Sorry for missing an episode yesterday, but we're back. And there will probably be a Friday episode to make up for it. So, I'm not you guys are going to get extra content more than likely. Just sorry that it is what it is. I slept in. I had a hangover. Saturday nights are always unwind nights for me, so sometimes Sundays are a little hectic. However, I'm done here. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. And I'm not done here. I have to say, more than likely when this video comes out, I will have 2,000 subscribers. I don't know what I'm sorry I did the outro. I don't know what to do about it though. Except say thank you, of course. I just don't have anything grand planned. I don't know what I'll do with 2,000 subscribers. I don't have a special planned or anything. Maybe I'll do a YouTube streamers. I don't know. I'll think about it. However, though, that's for me to worry about. However, thank you guys so much for getting me here. It's almost been a whole year. Coming up on, I think, June 10th. I think that's when 1.5 dropped. I was uploading I don't remember if I said all of this earlier in the video, but I'll say it again at the end. I was uploading content before then, but that's when my first YouTube break happened, where people actually watched my videos. And I kind of just consider that when my YouTube journey began. And in 1 year, 2,000 subscribers, that's not bad, man. That's pretty good. And I very much, it's still kind of crazy to me, but I'm just very appreciative of it. And I'm glad you guys enjoy my content and you keep coming back for more. And not to ramble too long, just thank you. It's very awesome. It's just once I hit the 2,000 number, it's gonna be crazy to me, man. But that's all I got. So I'll actually do the outro now. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye bye.